what is the lay of the land when it comes to this flood control, I would say scams, I would say?
Well, let me zoom out first, okay, from a macro perspective. Corruption, um, and not just corruption in infrastructure, but just corruption has been a governance issue for our country since before independence. No? We've had corruption issues um, throughout the Commonwealth period. Quirino, uh, Garcia, uh, all of these people were attacked by accusations of corruption, and you know, obviously, through the you know through the years, it goes up in proportion. Our research, when I say our, the Philippine Budget Watch Coalition, uh, our research on the budgets since Cory, for instance, um, shows that there was a really, really sharp spike in this kind of discretionary infrastructure, in other words, pork barrel, starting in 2016. It was really, I have to call a spade a spade. It's Duterte era, okay?
Modus operandi, basically Duterte
yeah.
modus operandi.
Yeah, look, we're not children, right? We know that, in the past, for instance, it was 20% SOP, So the price of the project is 100 million, 20 million is basically the kickback and all of this stuff, no? Pocketed by the local official or something like this. During the Duterte period, we're seeing stuff that suggests that this went up to as high as 60%.
Tripled. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, there was a spike, okay?
Duterte bump, like the fist, but a bump onwards, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
60%, because in Malaysia the joke is like the Mr. 20%, right?
Yes.
This is during Mahathir's time and all that. So now we had Mr. 60% situation.
With this flood control thing, we're looking at close
90.
to 100%.
It's like, yeah, it's like, how can you have a profit
Kasi-
of 1 billion out of a 1 billion pesos project, right?
Kasi there's ghost projects, right?
Yeah.
Projects that never got built, but they were paid for, no? So, this is really, the question of, it's a systemic problem, okay? So, the private sector, I'm not speaking for the private sector, I'm speaking as an outside observer, as an objective observer.
But never just familiar with the sentiments of the key business sector. Yeah.
The private sector sees this as a systemic problem, and therefore we need to have a systematic approach to combat it, right? Now, obviously, the players here, the private sector, unfortunately, is complicit, all right? In the form of these contractors, for instance.
Right.
I think the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board, which is a private sector body, has to accept some kind of responsibility, So private sector, I'm sorry, but some of us are complicit in this, right? But the players are really executive, legislative, judicial, and local government, okay? And these people, unfortunately, cannot be trusted to police themselves. The legislature nga hijacked the 2025 budget, no?
And now we're hearing all these insertions were made in bicameral.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and it defunded a lot of the health, social welfare, and education, which constitutionally has to be the majority of the budget, and diverted it to discretionary agriculture. Infrastructure, no, pork barrel.